today's video is going to be a look through this magazine that I picked up today. It's one I've done a video on previously. It's a magazine all about food and drink companies here in Wales. I found this in my local supermarket, but I've also seen them in service areas. The magazine is called Taste Plus, and it is celebrating great food and drink in Wales. So let's have a little flick through and see what's in this edition. My mouth is watering already looking at the cover. This looks like I'm not sure if it's a roast lamb dinner. I'm guessing it is lamb because there is a sprig of rosemary. And this edition is May to July, so sort of the time of year for spring lamb. And inside we can expect food and drink reviews, news, cooking tips, and recipes galore. It was free of charge, by the way. Inside, as you could expect, there are many adverts for Welsh companies that produce lovely looking food and drink. We've got Aberfall's Whiskey Distillery there. We've obviously got cows as well. Letter from the editor. And well, here's the list of contents along with these very lovely photos. So we'll have a little flick through and we'll pause if we see anything very interesting. Well, this is a lovely blue. I love this colour. Wrexham Lager. And apparently it's the UK's oldest lager brewery, established 1882. Amazing, I did not know that. Got a page dedicated to soft drinks here, so let's have a little look what we've got. Heartsease Farm Sparkling Wild Elderflower Pressé. Lowe's Premium Pineapple-Aid. Well, that sounds nice. Flawsome. This looks like apple juice. I've seen these drinks around the company Tovali. Not sure how to pronounce that as usual. I'm terrible at knowing pronunciation. Over this side, some fairly well-known brands. Brecon Carrig is a water company. They also do tonics, by the look of it. Brecon Carrig. Also, a few I'm not familiar with. This is Dione Organic Chocolate Flavoured Milk. Now, I am loving kombucha at the moment, and there's a company based in Conwy here, Conwy Kombucha, and it's called Mighty Blighty Booch. Blighty Booch. Different one. Another water brand here. This is Prince's Gate. A little caption here. This is quite funny. The days when Welsh rugby players refueled with a cup of tea so I'm going to read this out for you. At FairShare Cymru, we redistribute good-to-eat surplus food from the food industry that would otherwise have gone to waste to 171 charities across Wales who work to tackle the root causes of poverty. These include school clubs, community centres, pantries, and homeless hostels. 20% of adults in Wales have experienced food insecurity over the last few years, whilst approximately 400,000 tonnes of mostly edible food is sent to landfill. Isn't that staggering? By redirecting surplus food to those who need it, we're taking an environmental problem and turning it into a social solution. I love this. Surplus food can be unpredictable and at times challenging to use. Think giant celeriac, huge quantities of limes, or 50-kilogram bags of porridge oats. At the beginning of 2023, we made the decision to explore new and innovative ways to access and use as much surplus food as possible. From this, the Redistribution Kitchen Wales project was born. It is situated in Cardiff and Vale College. The project kicked off in January 2024 and runs 3 days a week on Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Our chefs and volunteers prepare, cook and package the meals for the charities and community groups taking part in the trial. Service users can take the meals home to reheat and enjoy, or the meals are served hot at the charities and community groups. Lucas and Steph, our chefs, are experienced and enthusiastic teachers who ensure that volunteers can develop their culinary skills. A lovely, heartwarming story there. Another advert for Welsh gins, vodka and rum. This industry seems to be booming, the spirits. Moving on to jams. Welsh jams and preserves reflect the pure Welsh air and ground they were grown on, brimming with flavour, texture and colour. So we've got some of the brands here of preserves, jams and marmalades. I do love marmalade and I love ginger marmalade especially. Reminds me of Christmas. Just spotted that. Now that looks tempting. Cream tea. Yum. They got it the wrong way round though, look, as I would put the jam first and then the cream. And I know I'm going to get some comments. Everyone does it differently, I know. Got an advert here for Brecon Carrig ginger ale. Yeah, talking of ginger, I love everything made of ginger. So we've got food here that's the geographic origin. So it's got a protected designation. We've got some examples here this is not a bread at all. It is a seaweed. I suspect this is it here. Very acquired taste. Traditionally served with bacon and breakfast. What else do we have? Welsh beef and Welsh lamb. Carmarthen ham. Pembrokeshire rock oysters and Pembrokeshire native oysters. I don't think I've ever tried an oyster. I'm not a massive fan of shellfish anyway, apart from prawns. I just really don't fancy it, but I probably should try it before I say I don't like something. Single malt Welsh whiskey, got a few brands: Penderyn, Aberfoyle, Dunmeal, Coles, and In the Welsh Wind. Pembrokeshire Earlies and Welsh Leeks, yes. I think vegetables with a little butter, salt and pepper are so lovely at this time of year. Right, so this is food and drink. This is Wales. Some beautiful photography here of all these lovely Welsh ingredients we've been talking about so far. So this article is called The Perfect Potion, and it is about, well, let's read the heading. As we now welcome warmer temperatures and lighter days, some of you might also celebrate Beltane, which is one of the 4 main Celtic seasonal festivals and marks the beginning of summer. Also known as Galan Mai here in Wales, after a cold and barren winter, the community would gather to dance, sing, feast, and light bonfires to celebrate the coming of warmth, abundance, and light. And I believe this lady has a company, a distillery called the Welsh Witch. It's called the Wild Moon Distillery on the outskirts of Wrexham. And yeah, I think Welsh Witch is one of the brands. So it's so wonderful to hear all of these companies in Wales that are really taking off and embracing the Welsh culture. Welsh Witch, look, dry gin. Got some recipe ideas somehow it always tastes nicer when someone else does it. An advert here, yes, it is the Royal Welsh Show very soon, 22nd to the 25th of July, near Belfast. I haven't been for many years and it's well worth going to. I don't think I'll make it this year though. More recipes. Salt and pepper, pork ribs. Looks yummy. Sea bass. I do love sea bass. And that looks very tasty with asparagus and sauce.